We've done a couple of different events now with CrowdComms, but this particular event was a launch of a new eau de parfum fragrance, as well as the launch of a number of our 14 ml fragrances going into their full-size bottles. Originally, we were planning it to be an in-person event because we wanted it to be a glamorous fragrance launch evening where people could mingle, drink champagne, and of course, smell the fragrance. That was going to be the biggest part of it. But obviously, with COVID, things changed and we moved it to an online event with CrowdComms. Moving our event to online meant that we had to get around quite a few obstacles. So the biggest one being, if we're going to run a fragrance masterclass and train fragrance, and in particular launch a brand new fragrance that no one has ever tried before, we needed to be able to get that fragrance into people's hands. So the way that we got around that was by sending out little fragrance packs where we used our little samples and we sent all 8 fragrances out in advance along with spray cards so that people could actually follow along at home and complete the masterclass in the comfort of their own home. The attendance was fantastic. We had a really great output. People registered very quickly after receiving the invitations, which was fantastic. And yes, we received lots of people turning up both on the evening that we streamed it live, but also later when they watched it on demand. The numbers have gone up week by week. The feedback has been fantastic as well. We've gotten between 4.5 and 5 out of 5 as a rating for each of the questions that we asked in our feedback form. So people seem to really love it. And it meant that we were able to bring together people who lived regionally, people who may not have traveled into the city alone for a training event, or who have family or other commitments in the evening and they can't necessarily get out of the house easily to attend something like this in the evening. We can reach all of those people in the comfort of their home. We also were able to bring together people in different time zones. So the other key person who was part of this training was our CEO and founder, and she's currently based in New York City. So being able to have her there where I couldn't have brought her into a room was amazing. We've done a live event with CrowdComms, which was fantastic because we got to do a live Q&A, and there's a lot of advantages to going live. However, with this last event, we actually did things a little bit differently. I had the whole event actually pre-recorded, and there was a few advantages to this. The first one was that our CEO and founder, Nicole Eccles, is based in New York City. So if I want to run the training in Australia in the evening so that I get the best possible attendance, that's 4 a.m. for her. I can't have her at my event if it's that hour. So what I was able to do is actually record it in the morning with Nicole and myself and a beauty journalist, Gemma Watts, and we took that video then and gave it to our video editors, and they did a lot of editing to it so that we were able to put in the incredible footage and assets that we have around the brand. So because they couldn't physically hold the bottle at the training, there was all this beautiful CGI footage of the bottle. If Nicole's talking about the perfumer or the bottle designer, that footage is being inserted into the video. Also, as a trainer, my priority is obviously the training message. So when I'm talking about the fragrance and the key notes, the perfumer, the key words we use, I've had those wordings, those captions actually put into the video afterwards in post-edit, so that now it's a really strong training message and it's all tight and polished and edited up before we streamed it out at 6 p.m. one evening. We'll definitely continue to include an online strategy like this as part of our ongoing training offering, because I think it does allow us to reach a large number of people across a wide area that is more than I can physically get to when I used to do in-person training. It gives another option as well for people who may be stuck at home in lockdown or live regionally or find it easier to log on at home and complete something rather than actually coming and physically attending in person. So in the future, I definitely see there being a combination of both in-person traditional training as well as these online eventing trainings. Working with CrowdComms is fantastic because I've given them, we've done a couple of events now, and I've given them different scenarios each time, and they've always been able to use the platform to adapt it to my needs. And I'm asking things like, I want to pre-record it, but then stream it back live on a certain evening. I want to have very specific analytics about who watched exactly which modules and how long they watched those modules. I want to find out which particular fragrance they want to receive as their gift. So where can we put that in the platform? They're always able to meet my needs and give me exactly what I need, and so supportive the whole way through. Another big thing for us was the aesthetics of the platform, because being a fragrance brand, this is very important to us, and it's one of the key reasons that we didn't want to do just simply a Zoom webinar and just go live and have everybody tune in. We really want our branding to be front and center. We want the whole platform that people are seeing to look incredible and to really showcase our brand, and CrowdComms do such a fantastic job of that. Everything is skinned, everything looks amazing, and we've done it across 2 of our different brands now, and each one has looked incredible.